The Procession of Undergraduates is led by the Students' Marshal, Dr. Nicole King, the 2018 recipient of the Presidential Teaching Professor Award, and Associate Professor and Chair of American Studies. Faculty and staff procession is led by the Faculty Marshal, Dr. James Franson, the 2018 Presidential Research Professor and Professor of Physics. He is joined by Staff Marshal, Mr. Joseph Kirby, the 2018 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Professional Staff and Assistant Vice President of Information Technology, and Ms. Tamara Brown, the 2018 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Non-Exempt Staff and Executive Administrative Assistant for the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. The faculty, staff, and students marshals are carrying batons that the UMBC Alumni Association gave to the university in honor of our 40th anniversary in 2006. platform party is led by the Grand Marshal, Dr. Ganesh Koru, President of the Faculty Senate and Associate Professor of Information Systems. The Grand Marshal carries the University Mace, a symbol of presidential authority. Used only on formal academic occasions, it is carried in the procession immediately before the President. UMBC's Mace was commissioned by the Alumni Association for UMBC's 20th anniversary in 1986.
The 72nd commencement exercises of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County will now be in order. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem, sung by Miss Isabella Amberger, a senior majoring in vocal performance. Miss Amberger has performed in numerous productions both on and off campus, and she's honored to represent the music department. Gentlemen, please remove your hats or caps during the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Isabella. That was a wonderful rendition, and we wish you well in your music career. Now I ask that everyone please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the President of UMBC, Dr. Freeman Hrabowski. Serving more than 25 years as President, Dr. Hrabowski has brought tremendous energy, vision, and leadership to this institution. He has helped connect the university with individuals, companies, foundations, and agencies that have brought new resources to build and sustain distinctive programs in undergraduate education and graduate education and research. Will everyone sorry. Yes, Dr. Hrabowski.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As I walked in, I watched the faces of our graduates, and I couldn't help but think that I know family members have been waiting for this for so long. Before I say anything else, just give your family members a round of applause for all that they do. We are still getting accustomed to being in this new event center. People were always wanting us to bring commencement back to campus. So give the event center a round of applause. And for all of the family members and guests who are watching remotely on campus, we love you too. We just didn't have more space. Give all those people watching remotely a round of applause. In addition to this morning's ceremony, we will hold another undergraduate ceremony this afternoon. And we're hoping the weather will be as beautiful then as it is right now. Yesterday, we had graduate students receiving awards, doctorates, and master's degrees in a separate ceremony. This dignified ceremony is very special to our graduates and their families and to all of us. And so we ask that as you celebrate, we want you to be enthusiastic, but let's remember the dignity of this ceremony. It is who we are as a university. Yesterday, we held another ceremony that recognized the new members of Phi Beta Kappa. I'm going to ask all of them and those who were inducted in the past to please stand. The Phi Beta Kappa members, please stand and give them a round of applause. We also have students who were inducted earlier this month into Phi Kappa Phi, which is the oldest all-discipline honor society in the country. Please stand, Phi Kappa Phi. With all the students now who are wearing red cords, please stand. These students are 4.0. Give them a round of applause. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I must tell you that no one will ever suggest that our faculty are involved in grade inflation. There were 9 people standing. Faculty and staff, please stand, and let's give them a round of applause. Faculty and staff, for all that they do. So they may not have given you A's, but they love you a great deal. Just know that. Again, the older I get, the more I realize there's nothing in our lives more important than our family members and closest friends and guests. And so I want the graduating class to give a standing ovation to their families. It's very important. Class, get up and give them a standing ovation, would you? And now, I know we are very enthusiastic, and we love you all, and we want to keep that dignity as long as we can, all right? Keep that, give me a round of applause for dignity, for dignity. And now I would ask my colleagues, the vice presidents and deans of the colleges and schools, the members of the President's Council, the presidents of the campus senates, the representatives of SGA and GSA, presidential faculty and staff award recipients, all of you stand as leaders, please, and give them a round of applause. Leadership is a challenge. Thank you all very much. I am now pleased to introduce one of my bosses. The doctor and presidents do have bosses besides my wife. I want you to know that. Dr. Michelle Gordine is a member of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, and we are delighted that she's here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Regents. Dr. Gordine.
On behalf of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, I extend congratulations to the graduating class of 2019, their families, and their friends. It is an honor to share this occasion with President Hrabowski, who has done a remarkable job leading the University of Maryland, Baltimore County to new heights of excellence and national acclaim. By any measure, be it national rankings, research partnerships, public service activities, faculty accomplishments, student academic achievements, UMBC stands as one of the finest universities in the country. Most importantly, it is an honor to be here to recognize and congratulate you, the class of 2019. Today, you become an enduring part of UMBC's proud and impressive legacy. What you've accomplished has taken hard work, persistence, and dedication. And I know that your family and friends also take a great deal of pride in what you have accomplished. They have shared in your sacrifice and certainly should share in your success. As you look forward towards the opportunities that your education will provide you, I have one small request of each of you. Your talent, your energy, your drive, and your leadership would be a tremendous asset to the Baltimore region. Because, to paraphrase a recent quote in the Baltimore Sun, it is the best place in the world to change the world. So, yes, absolutely. So, as your personal and professional lives advance, I urge each of you to consider staying here, working here, building families here, and building strong communities here. We need you. For now, on behalf of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, congratulations to each of you, and thank you again for allowing me to share in this day. Congratulations, class of 2019.
What she held back in saying is that she's also a parent. Her son is graduating today. Give her a hand for being a parent today. I am now pleased to introduce our Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Philip Rouse. He joined us in 1990. He's a former Dean of the College of Natural and Mathematical Sciences and a Professor of Physics. Dr. Rouse.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of the scholarly community we call our UMBC, I would like to extend my congratulations to all of our graduates today. We applaud your commitment to the highest forms of learning and scholarship and the hard work that has brought you to this singular and rewarding day. Today, we recognize that the creation and acquisition of knowledge does not evolve in isolation, but in conversation, through authentic partnerships, and from community. A community that spans across the disciplines, across generations, and across cultures. A community that encompasses and gains strength from multiple backgrounds and perspectives. Today, you will join our community of UMBC alumni who dedicate their lives to making a difference by advancing our understanding of our own humanity, our democracy, and the natural world that surrounds us. And so your achievement represents not just your academic accomplishments, but the friendships you formed, the faculty who nurtured you, and the family and friends who supported you and helped you arrive here today. And so I hope you will see your achievement as emerging from within the context of a community that knows you and cares about you. So as you look to the future, I believe that your fulfillment will derive from making the most of whatever talents have been bestowed upon each of you, and it lies in extending to the farthest limits the resources of your mind and of your heart. And so finally, I leave you with this final salutation. May you enjoy a life rich in the knowledge that each day your work and your relationships have truly made a difference. Congratulations.
My colleagues know what I'm about to say. If we Americans love that British accent somehow, I could raise so much more money if I had it. He is, of course, from England. But I always think about the fact that we as a country have people from all over the world, and that is what makes us so great as a country. Give our country for people from all over the world. I did this in December to get a sense of who the graduating class is. So if you are in the graduating class and you have a parent who was born in another country, stand right now. Let's see how many of you would be in that group. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this is why we as a country are so great. One more round of applause for the greatness of America from all over the world. From all over the world. It's so important. It's amazing. We have a number of staff and family members of staff members and faculty graduating today. If you are in that category, a staff member graduating today or with a family member of a staff and family, please stand. Let me see who you are. Who's graduating today from staff? Anybody? I guess they're still taking finals. We got it. All right, all right. There's one. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. I would also like to recognize those students who are graduating who are either veterans or members of the military, and also the members of the military and veterans in the audience. Both, please stand. And in the audience, yes. Today, we also have some students beginning to graduate from our Navy ROTC program and from the Army ROTC program. Please stand. If you're ROTC, stand. Give them a round of applause. Many of today's students are graduating, going on to graduate schools from Harvard to Stanford. Others are going into professional programs. Others are working in companies and organizations and in the public sector. If you're planning to work in the public sector for the Department of Defense or for any of the things in the public sector, if you're in the audience and you're in the public sector, rise. For the public good. Everybody who is going to be doing something in the public sector, in the public good. And in the audience. And then I call out two groups. If you're planning to be a teacher, and if you're a teacher in the audience, stand. Let's give all of our teachers a round of applause. Our teachers. It's really nice, wonderful. And if you're planning to be a social worker, either from the graduating or in the audience, any social workers in the audience also. It is still the case that the majority of American families have never had anyone graduate from a four-year institution. You may not know that. And so if you are first-generation college, please stand proudly. In the audience or graduates? In the audience or graduates? First-generation college. Love it. This is the kind of stuff that gives us goosebumps, because you see, when you graduate, your cousins, your younger brothers and sisters will say, I want to be like her, I want to be like him, and you pull more and more into this American dream that we talk about coming from a college education. And so all UMBC alumni in the audience and the faculty, please stand. All UMBC alumni, please stand. Any alumni? We are also proud of all the students receiving all types of national scholarships and awards, and we have more prestigious Fulbrights this year than ever. Some of them are here today. I want Diamond Elliott and Jessica Linus and Chandler Harris and Bryce Moore to stand right now. In fact, UMBC this year can boast of 14 Fulbrights who will be going to other countries next year. One of the highest in the country, among the top, among the Ivies. 14 Fulbrights. Big round of applause for that. And now I'd like to recognize our valedictorian finalists. We have Chandler Harris, we have Julian Tash, and Hannah Wilcove. Give them all a round of applause. Chandler is in Ancient Studies, and Julian is graduating and has degrees in Asian Studies and History, and Hannah is in Gender and Women's Studies. And now I'm delighted. By the way, you can visit our homepage to get more information on those students and many other inspiring stories. Every one of you has an inspiring story. I cannot say how impressed we are with all of you and what you will be doing. And now I am delighted to introduce the person representing you today, our valedictorian, who's graduating with a bachelor's degree in political science and sociology. During her time at UMBC, she worked hard to support her college education. She even made some of the really challenging decisions to support herself when she had unforeseen family circumstances that placed additional financial and emotional strain on her. But despite these challenges, she persevered and pursued her passion, which was to work in protecting families impacted by domestic violence. She has dedicated her studies, her extracurricular activities, and her research to ending gender-based violence, receiving many awards and recognition for her work and her research. She received an undergraduate research award to study the inequities in sentencing for sexual violence, and has presented her findings at research conferences. In addition, her work has been cited in a number of publications. She's also secured prestigious internships with the Maryland State Attorney Office, the Special Prosecution Unit, and for the Office of the Attorney General in Washington, D.C., gaining valuable experience in the field to prepare her for a career in law. She will be going on both to a graduate degree in social work and law. Please join me in welcoming Samiksha Manjani. She is amazing. Give her a round of applause.
Congratulations, class of 2019. We've made it. Yeah. Today is the celebration and culmination of our undergraduate tenure at UMBC. We have experienced both triumphs and losses throughout our years that have led to this very moment. As I look out, I can see the diversity of backgrounds, experiences, and identities among us. Regardless of our differences, we are all on a path to a bright future. In this shared journey, we have all persevered with grit and tenacity. But we are not the only people who have succeeded today. We sit here surrounded by our loved ones, pillars of our support system, who encouraged us to keep going when times were hard. Our successes are in part because of our hard work, but also the result of people who saw our potential and invested their time, their energy, and their resources into us unconditionally. Through our networks of love and support, we have learned the inherent worth of building community. Take a second and think of who is a part of your community. Who created a safe space? Who reminded you to believe in yourself? Who joined you to celebrate your achievements? Achievements like this. If there is anything all of us in this room have in common, it's that we've all needed someone to uplift us when we were down and to celebrate our victories when we were up. Building community is essential for two reasons. First, community is necessary to sustain our hopes and our dreams. When we share our dreams with others, we begin to manifest them into existence. Our loved ones keep us disciplined. reminding us of our destinations when we've strayed from the path. Second, community makes us stronger and better equipped to solve the global issues that we face today. I'm thinking of global wealth inequality, disparate access to education, and climate change. Such issues can often seem like a monolith of inescapable endings. But we cannot revert to the status quo in a dangerous lull of defeat and pessimism. To echo Dr. Martin Luther King, we can accept finite disappointment, but we should never lose infinite hope. Dreaming and hoping of a better world is not new. Each of us sits here today because we have already dreamt of a better world for ourselves, our families, and our future generations. We have persevered in achieving this milestone because we knew the tremendous possibilities higher education could open to us. But we need to continue building on this momentum and have the audacity to dream of a better world. Dreaming alone is not enough. Activist Assad Shakur advises us that dreams and reality are opposites. Action synthesizes them. I don't have a blueprint for how to resolve every problem that we might face. But one way that I've found that gives me hope is investing in others through building community. Like our families, mentors, and friends who have invested in us, we can do the same for others in the communities we will enter when we leave here today. Everyone in this room can find some way to contribute to our communities. We have had the opportunity at UMBC to find our passions and have built the necessary skills to become dynamic leaders. We possess potent knowledge that can tackle the issues that we face. If each of us invests enough energy to support just one other person, imagine the potential. Imagine how many people could transition from surviving to thriving. And no action is insignificant. Sometimes we can feel that what we're doing is just a drop in the ocean. But it's important to remember that the ocean would be less without that missing drop. We have the power to create the world that we dream of. We just have to be brave enough to take each other by the hand and do it. Thank you.
Could you give her one more round of applause for her courage? Thank you, Sumitra. Thank you very much. Mr. Provost?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now confer our honorary degree. Maestro Marin Alsop, please rise and step forward. Maestro Alsop is committed to the idea that music has the power to change lives. As a conductor, she has broken many barriers. In 2007, she was named music director for the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, becoming the first woman conductor of a major American orchestra. She is also the principal conductor and music director of the Sao Paulo Symphony Orchestra and the chief conductor of the Orff Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra. Maestro Alsop has received numerous awards for her work, including the Kovacetzky Conducting Prize. She is also the only conductor ever to receive a MacArthur Fellowship. In addition to her many accomplishments as a conductor, she has dedicated her career to inspiring and uplifting others through her work as a mentor to other women conductors. In 2008, she founded the nonprofit Orchids, which provides Baltimore City school children access to music education, instruments, and opportunities to learn from and play alongside Baltimore Symphony Orchestra musicians. UMBC is proud to partner with and support Orchids, which has served over 1,000 students in our community. Maestro Alsop received her bachelor's and master's degree in violin from the Juilliard School. And so we are proud today to honor Maestra Marin Alsop with an Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts for her dedication to the arts, education, and to our community.
I would ask all music faculty and music graduates today to stand. All graduates in music to stand as we do this. And music faculty. Now, therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Maryland and given to me by the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and upon the unanimous vote of the Board of Regents, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, together with all the rights, privileges thereunto pertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, she is of the world, but she belongs to Baltimore, our own Dr. Alsop.
Thank you so much for this incredible invitation and honor. Today is extremely special for me too. I know it's probably even more special for all of you graduating, but to have the opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you, you who represent the future of our society, of our world, no pressure of course, but you know, and secondly because of your president, your leader, Freeman Hrabowski has been an incredible mentor to me. He's been not only a personal hero, but someone I've been able to call my friend. And his advice, he probably doesn't know this, is with me every day when I get up. I say, today I'm going to approach life with an open face. He's the first person I've ever heard say those words, but this simple sentence has given me pause, enabled me to endure some real hardships, to deal with some very difficult people, and most importantly, to enjoy life more fully. So I hope every day when you get up, you think that today I'm going to approach life with an open face. And I imagine, you know, he knows all of you. He knows your stories. He's told me every single one of your stories, I think. And I imagine you feel the same way about him as I do. Along with the gift of his incredible wisdom comes this amazing support that you've had from the UMBC community. Along with that comes a responsibility to go out in the world and carry this positivity, if that's a word, and empowerment forward. I didn't grow up with many of the advantages that typically define privilege, but I grew up with the greatest advantage of all. I grew up in a household that exuded possibility. My parents were from very, very poor backgrounds, and they were both crazy professional musicians. And somehow they cobbled together a very full life and really out of the notes that they loved. I was born because they needed a pianist. And so I didn't have a lot of choice about being a musician. I grew up playing the piano and the violin. I have to confess to you that I really hated the piano. And fortunately, they tricked me into playing the violin. They told me I was going to summer camp. Oh, and by the way, you'll have to play the violin. But the violin suited me. That's the first lesson I had in the fact that there's an instrument for every child, and you can't give up too quickly. When I was 7 years old, I had the most magical experience of playing in my first orchestra. I fell in love with the sounds, the camaraderie, everything. And when my father took me to a concert as an audience member a couple years later, I think I was 9 years old, I fell in love with the conductor, and especially fell in love with the idea that I would be the conductor one day. Yes, well, it took a while. So that was a big moment for me, I mean, at the age of 9, when I really discovered my passion. I remember when my son, Auden, was 4 years old, we were outside, I was swinging him, and he said, "Hey, Mama, when do they make you a citizen and give you money?" I said, "Listen, I have good news and bad news." And you know, I tried to use every moment as a teaching moment. That's probably why he doesn't talk to me anymore as a 15-year-old. But I said, you know, we're so fortunate to be born citizens of the United States, and with that comes a responsibility. You have to vote, you have to engage, you have to contribute. And the bad news is that you're going to have to work to earn some money. But my advice is to find something you're passionate about and turn that into your work. That way, work will never feel like work. I mean, it was a little bit of an exaggeration, of course. But this is what I hope for each of you, that you'll find your passion. Of course, just finding your passion doesn't guarantee it'll be an easy street. It's just the first step. When I was 9 and I had that experience, I told my violin teacher, "Oh, listen, I have great news. I'm going to be a conductor." And she told me that something shocking that I'd never heard before. Girls don't do that. Thanks to my parents, I came down for breakfast. I told my parents my mother was so furious she was going to sue the school and everything. And my father, well, I came down to breakfast the next day, and there was this long wooden box, and I opened it up, and it was filled with conducting batons. And, you know, this kind of support, yeah, it was great. It was amazing. And, you know, having this kind of support from my family, of course, and having an incredibly stubborn personality seemed to serve me pretty well. My path has had many twists and turns, as you can imagine. For 30 years, there were few, if any, other women in my field. And today, thank heavens, that's changing. But along the way, when I looked around 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I noticed the landscape wasn't changing. And I knew that if I didn't become an agent for that change, nothing would happen. So in 2002, I started a fellowship for talented young women conductors. There have been 17 recipients. 5 are now American music directors, and all of them are working in the field. So I'm very proud of them. And like you, I think something that's incredibly important is that they have a community. They have each other to lean on. Look at your friends here. Hold them close. Seek their advice. Try to stay connected through the years. The talent in this room and the support system you have here are really incredible resources for you, even after you leave. I think about Justin Hust. Justin, are you here? Where are you? I know he's here somewhere. He had to fight his way in. Anyway, I met him for the first time at the Meyerhoff Scholars Dinner. Justin is a music and chemical engineering double major. He finds time to do substantial, super cool, at least to me, research. He brings his passion for the arts and his passion for engineering to the table as a researcher, and somehow does both with great precision and grace. Justin, I'm counting on you not only to solve the issues you're researching related to drug delivery applications, but to continue to visit me at the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra. Justin plays really awesome bassoon. And please bring some of these amazing young people with you. So thank you to that. It's been great to get to know some of the students. As was mentioned, I'm the extremely proud music director of the Baltimore Symphony. And 11 years since my appointment, I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed because I'm still the only woman leading a major orchestra in the United States, and it's time for that to change, absolutely. Thank you. I have a fundamental belief that classical music is for everyone. Really, everyone. We're all born hot-wired for music. And when I arrived in Baltimore, I wanted to share my passion with kids, just like my parents did with me. Well, maybe not quite that extreme. In 2008, as was mentioned, we started a program in West Baltimore called OrKids, Orchestra Kids. We had 30 first graders, and we didn't even know if it would work. Today we have over 1,500 kids having the same opportunities that I had. So one of our very first OrKids, Asia Palmer, who plays flute, has just been accepted into college. She'll become the first OrKid and the first in her family to attend college. And my dream is in the future that I'll see many of our OrKids here at UMBC, an environment also filled with possibility. So let's hope for that. It won't surprise you that another UMBC student, Leah Prescott, Leah I think is here, she's graduating also, a music education and jazz studies major, has been volunteering at the OrKids program while attending UMBC. Thank you, Leah, well done. She plans to return to Baltimore after her graduate studies, and we'll be waiting for you. We'll be holding a place for you at OrKids. Your life certainly will not be without challenges, but like everything important in life, the rewards are even sweeter because of those challenges, I promise. And I can tell you that the thing that really is the most fulfilling is giving back. I hope that each of you can find your passion and weave it through your life. I want to wish you courage. The courage to push back, the courage to believe in yourselves, the courage to stand alone when necessary. And most importantly, understand that you determine your own future and that each of you has the power to change and mold your own narrative. So I think it's only appropriate to close with one more Freeman quote. They said it couldn't be done because it hadn't been done, and then we did it. Here's to the class of 2019.
Graduates, I know you're all inspired. Her message is this: you don't let anybody else define who you are. Give me a round of applause for that idea. Don't let anyone else define who you are. That's what she has done. It is wonderful. It's just wonderful. Dr. Rouse.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science please rise? Dr. Hrabowski.
Dr. Rouse.
Dr. Hrabowski, I have the honor of presenting the candidates recommended by the faculty of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the state of Maryland given to the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and by them entrusted to me, I hereby admit you to the degrees which you have earned during the course of your studies at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. In token whereof, you shall be given a diploma with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Today, each graduate will receive a memento from the UMBC Alumni Association. Mr. Damien Doyle, representing the Alumni Association, is with us today. And now I'd like to ask the candidates for Africana Studies, American Studies, and Ancient Studies, please stand and walk to the stage under the direction of the commencement staff. Will the remaining candidates please now be seated until your row is escorted by the commencement staff. And ladies and gentlemen, please we ask that the graduates and their families and friends remain in the arena until the ceremony has concluded. Thank you.
Graduates, in the spirit of transparency, I'm feeling a little under the weather, and so instead of shaking your hand, I'm going to give you the famous UMBC bump, the fist bump, all right? Now, I said that yesterday, and some people were really enthusiastic in giving me that. Give me the gentle bump, please, all right? That's the UMBC fist bump, gentle bump, remember that, all right? Thank you.
We now present the graduates in Africana Studies. Michelle A. Inerarity. Demarius DeLon Johnson. We now present the graduates in American Studies. Ryan P. Baker. Deandra Bright. Vanessa Elizabeth Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Zachary Robert Hurd. Mariah Destiny Hopkins. Sydney McCain, magna cum laude. Shadia I. Musa. We now present the graduates in Ancient Studies. Andrew Gibson, Chandler Harris, magna cum laude. Chelsea Hell, cum laude. We now present the graduates in Asian Studies. Carly Amaya McKenzie, cum laude. Miriam Newman Marshall, cum laude. Christopher Stevenson.
Earl Carrington Watson. Hannah Schultz.
We now present the graduates in Dance. Madison Bramley. Marissa Christine Gable, magna cum laude. Carlos Miguel Ledesma, magna cum laude. Samantha Ashley Lord. Casey E. Mannion, magna cum laude.
Courtney McKell.
Giovanni Powell, cum laude. Samantha L. Siegel, summa cum laude. We now present the graduates in Economics. Ryan A. Ainsworth, cum laude. Saif Cyril Arar. Karen I. Kirith Bajwa. Brandon Bang, cum laude. Ajaydeep Singh Bian. Luke Carnaggio. Jeffrey M. Carr, magna cum laude. Cody Chassero. Brandon A. Kubas. Devon Davis. Jacob Dennis. David Donati. Edward N. Gertsenoff. James M. Geelan. Olivia A. Hassler, cum laude. Gage Matthew Hastings, magna cum laude. Patrick Jean-Gilles. Paul Y. Kim. Taekhyun Kim. Brian Patrick Kelly. Kevin Patrick Crayful. Sally Dumbuya. Fernando Morales. Corey Philip Reynolds Scantlebury. Alastair William Lambert. James Abram Leverett. Zhenhui Li, summa cum laude. El Shade Tadele. Yu Chen Liu, cum laude. Alicia Lohman. Ernest Noah Mensah. Udis Luther Yanso Yanu I, cum laude. Rita Mosen. Matthew L. Nathan. Lin Nguyen, magna cum laude. Tan Nguyen. Mariam Jai. Adedapu Odusami. Lenin Jamil Oliveira. Angela Santos Padua. Clarice May G. Pasquale. Aaron Patrice. Naveen Paul. Rafferty G. Pegram. Daniel R. Ryder. Denise S. Sonoy. John G. Schimmeler. Stephen M. Shoke. Samson Leo Schweitz. Astu Marin Kane Sek. Stephen Shell, summa cum laude. Nancy A. Soto Sabreros. Kadijatu So. Dave J. Tandy, magna cum laude.
Joseph Clayton Bednar III.
Syed Asad Abbas Tirmazi. Twe Jia Trin. Obongimek E. Umo. Ronnie Wainaina. Stanley Y. Wang, cum laude. Ji Hong Wang, cum laude. Brady A. Wellens. Mingjie Wang. Jordan Wood. Jessica Zhang. We now present the graduates in Emergency Health Services. Abigail Lynn Bartel. Michael Esco. John Fries.
Clotilde Natavida.
William Cerruti. David Shepard. We now present the graduates in English. China Monet Ayers. Tyrone Jorel Arenas Barroso. Dominique A. Brown, cum laude. Christopher Kwan. Tomas Weedell. Levi G. Beverly, cum laude. Sarah Ann Boggs, magna cum laude. Grayson Corbett. Caitlin M. Cavagna, cum laude. Meredith Grossman. Robert Hopkins. Ashley Wan Herr. Andrew A. Kogut. Olivia Isabel Luzier, magna cum laude. Faitian Alicia Ma. Zachary McCord. Jacob Syed Mohammadi. Ryan Moeller. Asian Nicholson. Chizitiri Frank Odedika. Bobin Park. Mary Umbugela Ram. Destiny A. Rickles. Alexandra M. Ritty, cum laude. Luke Reich. Katie E. Shen, cum laude. Helena Grace Walkhouse, cum laude. Christopher Wright. We now present the graduates in Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies. Cleel Shadema, magna cum laude. Molly Thomas, cum laude. Jamie Tingler. Hannah S. Wilcove, magna cum laude. We now present the graduates in Geography and Environmental Systems. Minuet An, Abdullah Taleb Al-Wahedi, Arushi Aneja, Christine E. Chang, Frederick Gabadon, Andrew C. Arnett, Mackenzie Bodman, Tyler Bowser, Stephen John Brown, Jason A. Chang, Thomas K. Chapin, Jessica Elliott, magna cum laude. Laura R. Fielder, Justin M. Freck, Zachary T. Graziwach, magna cum laude. Hamza Hussein, Nathaniel W. Jones, Zachary H. Little, cum laude. Tavis Mansfield, Erica Chiemzi Udumuku, Timothy Charles Orenstein, Pamela Pina, Dakota T. Roby, Amber Rowland, Sydney Marie Schumar, Ryan Q. Simpson, Ian M. Tedder, Joshua P. Tucker, Austin Vaughn, magna cum laude. Philip Ryan Wooldridge, magna cum laude. We now present the graduates in Global Studies. Gerline Ahuja, Sage Birch, cum laude. Deborah Kagas, Shelby M. Chassero, Stephan D. Gehrman, Patrick Gerard Hogan, June Karki, Anna Kuligowski, Casper A. Manlanket, Ayana S. Mitchell, Hannah Jang, magna cum laude. Aylan Ozturk, cum laude. Alexis Prather, Gabriela A. Salas, magna cum laude. Pooja Singh, Matthew J. Taylor, Austin Tyler Wood. We now present the graduates in history. Christian Adams, Charles Alexander Bentz, Connor Joseph Bachman, Jacob Brossert, Amber Davis, Nathan Demsis, Kaya D. Heck Coleman, Isabella Hlavacek, Julie Homans, magna cum laude. David Charles Jessup, Anthony Jacobs, Victoria Kraus, magna cum laude. Adam P. Ng, summa cum laude. Theodore W. Owens, Patrick K. Ruff, Brian Maxwell Thompson, Peter Noble Vasiliou, summa cum laude. Eric Vogt, Portia Nicole Walker. We now present the graduates in Media and Communication Studies. Martha E. Acha, John N. Andrews,
Shailene Lori Hohehu Kalea Hua Bob.
Michael Robert Berardi, Adam Zarnecki, London L. Davis, Daniel J. Eiskant, Timothy J. Farrell, magna cum laude. John Grossman, Shannon Hall, Sarah Hamdi, magna cum laude. Kyla Janice Marie Hammond, cum laude. Jasmine James, cum laude. Catherine W. Jew, Zachary G. Callis, Amy Lee Matusik, magna cum laude. Jordan K. McKenzie, Caroline James Naden, cum laude. Wendy Padden, Michelle L. Sanders, Samuel Saper, cum laude. Timothy Seppi, Brianna Shabazz, Deja Stewart, Peyton Elizabeth Van Kirk, Graham Nelson Waples, summa cum laude. Yaojin Yoon, Song M. Yoon. We now present the graduates in Modern Languages, Linguistics, and Intercultural Communications. Vilma Bonilla, Giovanna Carbonaro, Julissa A. Cardoza, magna cum laude. Jordan T. Chrysler, cum laude. Benjamin Allen Dunlap, magna cum laude. Armando Ercole, Osaser Erabor, Hannah M. Jackson, cum laude. Margaret Lippens, Bryce D. Moore, magna cum laude. Gail Marie Rye, summa cum laude. William Ryan Sigmund, Paris E. Weeks, Emma Wheatley, summa cum laude. Tracy Kenyon Wood. We now present the graduates in music. Millen A. Bott, Sarah Cochran, cum laude. Jessica Teresa Ditello,
Stacy A. Fitzgerald, cum laude.
Matthew Gallen, cum laude. Micah Lindsay Young, Logan Perkins, summa cum laude. Leah N. Prescott, summa cum laude. Molly Schneider, Daniel T. Spurline, Eliza Triolo, cum laude. We now present the graduates in philosophy. Khalil Davis, Connor Ish, cum laude. Shiv Patel, cum laude. Madalena Petuskan, cum laude. We now present the graduates in political science. Adam Abdullahi,
Obed Hassan Obed Khalifa A. Almari. Rashid Almari Aldera. Khalid Alderi.
Inez Pinero Arajo, Harsimran Singh Boparai, Sean Burgess, Caleb E. Campbell, magna cum laude. Francisco Ernesto Cartagena Bracamonte, Karimo Cisse, Bergren P. Cliff, cum laude. Brian Donegan,
Dominique Wilfred Bequin Don, cum laude.
Jacob Harold Facemeyer, Ryan J. Gordon, Ariel Herrera, Ayaz Hussein, magna cum laude. Michael Alexander Jankowski, Dorinda Ginty, Gabriella Ashley Joktain Soglo, Arabi Kaba, magna cum laude. Ibrahim Kamara, Noah E. Karn, cum laude. Ahana G. Cowdley, Sandy Lee, Joanne Manu Kaloyan, cum laude. Samiksha Manjani, summa cum laude. Elbors D. Mazandaran, Rodney R. Moore, Giovanna Moraes Rego Baptista, Luis Gilberto Murillo, Nahir U. Nanavati, William J. Nolan, Ashley M. Norton, magna cum laude. Edgar Palma, Olaf Z. Peterson, Davud Taslim Mogadam, Sean M. Taylor, Matthew Owens Thornton, Betsy M. Samanji, Carla Perina Tejada, John David Thuin, Chiamaka V. Ugbo, Stacy Wells, magna cum laude. Brendan A. Wilms.
Thank you.
We now present the graduates in psychology. Lydia Alexandra Alberto, Maya Alfred, Catherine L. Allison, summa cum laude. Monica Vanessa Altamirano, Delaney Shea Anderson, Zaina Antar, Mohammed Arafat, Jahanzaib Kamran Akil, cum laude. Mary Ann Augustine, Mary K. Iorinde, Anya Balak, Bisola Thelma Bomick-Boy, Eliza Bell Andrews, Larissa Grace Blanchard, summa cum laude. Saad Arshad, Taylor Boyer.
Hey guys, slow down just a little bit. They're a little bit backed up.
Natalie Danielle Brennis, Shayna N. Broman, cum laude. Erin Nicole Brooks, cum laude. Ian Buckley. Hope Kendall Butler. Alicia Marie Casiopo, summa cum laude. Sonia Chaudhry, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Michelle Chaudhry. Casey Klein. Fatima M. Colombuwala. Emily Costolo. Emily Ann Counselor. Michael J. Cox. Sion Danye. Noha Ahmed. Robert Oduro Asante, magna cum laude. Mark Christian Lucy. Andy Huang. Mona Bagheera.
Hannah Sadola.
Nefertiti N. Frazier. Brianna S. Lockhart. Rosaline Wanja Mareta, cum laude. Deja G. Quick. Ikra Tahir, cum laude. Ricardo De Leon. Jenna Lauren Dennis. Shantae Junglei Dummett. Clark M. Elliott, summa cum laude. Diamond Shataya Elliott, magna cum laude. Victor Enamana. Bahara Farahifar. Allison E. Farley. Morgan Louise Foos. Anna Elizabeth Fox. Leah N. Franklin. Jake Stewart Frias, cum laude. Benedicta Gomez. Caitlin Shea Fury. Ashley Gardner, cum laude. Leon K. Gardner. Luke Giuffreda, magna cum laude. Tyler Renee Griffith, cum laude. Megan Angela Grigolite. Taylor Gina Hands, magna cum laude. Chanel Ashley Kelly Hedgepeth, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Howard. Chioma Ihegbe. Chelsea Jackson. Aya Karam. Kiranpreet Kaur. Lilianne Keplinger. Alicia E. Knight. Jessica Erin Lees. Brittany A. Levine.
Janice Elizabeth Littlejohn Beck.
Jessica Marie Lombardi. John Patrick Long. Anthony Mario Macaluso, cum laude. Erica Malloy. Manasa Mamilapali. Brendan Martin, cum laude. Roniqua Martin. Kyle G. McKee, cum laude. Jonathan McKenzie. Miranda M. McCoy. Tiffany Janae McIntyre. Summer Mills. Julia Rose Elizabeth Mosher, magna cum laude. Jessica Muse. Charisma Cobb. Chukwuka Patrick Ogo. Marissa Michelle Padiletti. Dara N. Patel, cum laude. Christina T. Paul. Emmanuel B. Paulinus. Nicole Elizabeth Perry. Trevor Q. Pitts, magna cum laude. Mallory Pollock, cum laude. Abigail Pollock, magna cum laude. Daisy Posas. Mark Ryan Price, magna cum laude. Victoria B. Pringle. Latarika Rembert. Connor Rice. Tyler J. Rubalcaba, cum laude. Adelaide Hope Rookgower, cum laude. Sarah M. Sahadeo. Amna Sajid. Jala N. Sanders. Tommy Sengdown. Mariam Syed Ali. Alexis Ashcroft. Rima Shah. Aliyah Sharp. Julia Rose Shepard, magna cum laude. Catherine Sierra. Jamie Lauren Singleton, cum laude. Brianna Circus. Nicole Lynn Smith. Whitney Sika Soglo, magna cum laude. Julia Francis Stafford, magna cum laude. Jenna Nicole Stupi, Zohara Suhail, Beata Adiri Julene Tasker, Lindsay Thompson, cum laude, Asiya Tori, Logan A. Trito, Michael Tully, Audrey Anna Van Reuter, Lindsay Walker, cum laude, Catherine M. Weiss, Nyang El Zo. We now present the graduates in Sociology, Anthropology, and Health Administration and Policy. Jaskirat Aluwalia, Fatima Amjahad, Eskidar Abebe, Thomas Austin Braxton, Hasanatu C. Ba, Alexis Marie Bartoloni, cum laude, Jenna Rachel Baverman, cum laude, Caleb Berhanu, Amy L. Burrs, David Alexander Bowen, magna cum laude, Evan Carter, Rabia S. Chowdhury, Jessica Rose Colvin, Colleen Marie Corrigan, Megan Crew, Miziam T. Ziegler, Amy Cruz, cum laude, Paula Elizabeth Cruz, Madhavi Desai, Emily Doan, Leah Marcella Domino, magna cum laude, Sarah Elkoga, Jacob Robert Estes, Samad Fakhar, Luam S. Gebreyesus, Rajni A. Gooden, Lauren Hankerson, Laura S. Huang, cum laude, Maya June, Sarah Khan, Amy B. Kim, Cambria King, Kavita Kirtana Kumar, Kelly Marie LaJoy, Talia Rochelle Langley, Anna A. Lettieri, summa cum laude, Jessica C. Linus, cum laude, Madeline Elizabeth Lilienthal, Rihanna Lynn, Samiha Magari, magna cum laude, Catherine Cruz Magdanon, Sapna Mathur, magna cum laude, Ryan Lennon Mogul, Ezinwa Therese Nwakama, cum laude, David C. Oriala, Aisha C. Patel, cum laude, Saleha Pirzada, Madison L. Papalis, magna cum laude,
Nikhil Nassim Christian James Redmond,
Austin J. Rosario, Rabia Saher, cum laude, Kiran Sandhu, cum laude, Aliyah May Scruggs, cum laude, Hadya Salehi, Rodas Tadel Mulo, cum laude, Antoinette Sees, Raza Shirazi, Akriti Shrestha, Jessica Shelton, Catherine Sims, magna cum laude, Simrat Chandhok Singh, cum laude, Rachel Sullivan, Maria de Los Angeles Taylor, Keller B. Trotman, cum laude, Ariel Westbrook, Cassandra D. Willie, Johanna Johannes, Jacqueline Kim, cum laude. We now present the graduates in theater. Catherine Bizarro, magna cum laude, Andy Capoletti, cum laude, Elizabeth Clara Devine, summa cum laude, Dante Tenzin Fields, magna cum laude, Kristen Noel Hamby, magna cum laude, Joshua Nee, Jeremy D. McCord, Mia E. Rickenbach, magna cum laude, Jessica Ross Soul, Jaden Keith Smetana, cum laude, Mahbuba Sultana, Sanjana Manasi Taskar, Katarzyna Wiley. We now present the graduates in visual arts. Nicholas Blake Anderson, Rasha Abu Hassan, Jessica Uloma Agim, Alexander S. Baldridge, Nicole Belvedere, summa cum laude, Aggie Birick, Stephen Edward Bishop, cum laude, James M. Bryan, Mallory Carey, Atta ul Alwal Chowdhury, Christiana Christian, cum laude, Megan Clellan, cum laude, Yorick A. Cobb, cum laude, Erin Kristen Cross, Markel Collins, Leah Nicole Cunningham, Forrest Dixon, Andrew T. Epsilantis, Devon C. Ertel, cum laude, Luke Ferguson, summa cum laude, Colleen Fox, David Ha, Ellen Hyo, Gerardo J. Herrera Cortez, cum laude, Jesse Hinman, cum laude, Tiffany Dynan Jen, Laura Kaufman, cum laude, Kira Kim, magna cum laude, Lily M. Kim, Leah Ray Kisser, magna cum laude, Andreas M. Kramer, Ciara Juanita Lewis, cum laude, Alessandra Lorena Marchiori, Andrew W. McFarland, summa cum laude, Natalia Alexandrovna Mituriev, summa cum laude, Sadia Mondale, Raisa Motaher, Caitlin A. Morish, Mario Moya, Chris T. Muse, Samir Musa, Alyssa Nichols, magna cum laude, Ragda Salaheldin Noah, Emma O'Donnell, magna cum laude, Patrick G. Offenbacher, cum laude, Skylar Overturf, Ezra R. Paler, magna cum laude, John Pease, Tiffany C. Pierce, Lindsay R. Reagan, magna cum laude, Nicole Ribeiro, Faith L. Reed, cum laude, Victoria Lee Rose, magna cum laude, Christina Setchi, cum laude, Kelly Ann Stelmack, summa cum laude, Safra Tedessa, Connie Ann Tan, cum laude, Kelly Marie Thompson, Caitlin Vizcaino, magna cum laude, Elijah Adrian Wright, Heaven Wright, Winston Q. Zhou. We now present the graduates in Management of Aging Services. Alexandra D. Bloom, Lauren Renee Mortimer. We now present the graduates in Social Work. Ariel T. M. Aaron, Omobolaje Olubisi Adeyeri, Victoria Amaguana, Tiffany L. Bilbo, Edward Boris Blyther, Chanel Bourne, Maria Rosa Josephine Bruno, Jessica Lynn Chappell, Angela Choi, magna cum laude, Kevin J. Kua, Jennifer Cruz, Amanda Day, Anthony Thomas DiNardo, Sylvia Antonia Diaz, Eliana Rachel Edery, magna cum laude, Lionel Jr. Edward, Bethany Engel, magna cum laude, Jamie Ingram, Stephanie Aracelia Faria, Carmen Flores, Silvana Fogelbach, Jaron Sidney Giussessi, Paris Goodwin Williams, Amber Gosser, Nicole Griffith, Brianna Day Graves, Blair Grooms,
Doris Ileana Guevara Quintero,
Darlene Arely Hernandez Vasquez, Annette E. Hubbard, Ikran Ibrahim, Texia Innocent, William Hudson, cum laude, Ashlyn Michelle Jacob, Maria Camila Jimenez, Ciara F. Jones, cum laude, Cassidy Kane, Haley Kerr, Tiana Adrienne Knox, Samantha Jennifer Kramer, Mayor Lamba, Jamie Nicole Lurk, Rebecca Martha Lopez, Michael Dale Lewandowski, America Marlon Lucero, cum laude, Teresa Margaret Lyon, Rebecca Catherine Mann, magna cum laude, Rachel Lee Manser, Daisy Carolina Martinez, Derek Ibong Mabune, Natira Mickey, Zaira Roxana Miranda, Catherine Mueller-Klein, Guylaine Chatel and Gamini Nameni, Maria Nisley, Summa cum laude, Michelle Yazira Orozco Fuentes, Karen Ortez, Jessica Palais, Catherine Elaine Perez, Sonia Veronica Podlock, Laura Pop, Adwoa A. Prempe, Kayla K. Pruin, Samantha Queen, Constance Marie Roberts, Brianna Ashley Rosa, Tanir Renee Sims, Caitlin Victoria Simmons Lee, Amy Elizabeth Scaraya, Elizabeth Ann Smith, Tamara Spence, Madison Straw, Stacy J. Stroh, Sheila Michelle Suarez, Kayla Swan, Lauren Tart, Ellen Tippett, magna cum laude, Afi Tulasi, Glenda Ventura, Amber Webster, cum laude,
We are almost there, and you've been such a dignified audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. We are almost there. At this time, as the final group of seniors will be seated, I'd like to ask the graduating seniors in the Camerata to proceed to the risers located on your right. The Camerata is under the direction of Dr. Stephen Caracciolo, Assistant Professor of Music. Please join me in thanking all of our talented musicians today and their dedicated leader. Please give them a round of applause. I also want to acknowledge Mr. Damien Doyle, a member of the Alumni Association. Damien is one of over 73,000 alumni in the world. He graduated with a bachelor's in computer science and a master's in information systems. He's associate vice president for the Division of Information Technology here at UMBC. Please join me in thanking him for his support of the campus. Damien, give him a round of applause. Graduates, I've been telling the story of one of my predecessors here, President Michael Hooker, who had what he called his pizza story. How many of you like pizza? Let me see your hands if you like pizza. Right? And here was his story very quickly. He said he loved pizza so much that he'd be eating one piece, looking at the next piece. That he never took the time to enjoy that one piece because he was already with his eye on the next piece. This is a pizza slice right now. And I want you to enjoy this moment and remember the feeling you have of having faculty and staff and your family members all around. You're surrounded by love. And there will be times when you need to think back on this special moment. So savor this moment. Before I ask you to turn your tassels, I want you to enjoy this experience and think about not just the new challenges, but all you've done to get to this point, of the hard work, the sacrifice, the people who've helped you out. Let me share the words of our first president of UMBC, the late Alvin Kuhn, who spoke to the first graduating class in 1970. And he said this: if you bring to the future the same personal qualities and personal commitment you brought to this campus as students, good and important things will happen to each of you and to the people around you, and we will be so proud of you to have played a part in your lives. And now I say this to you: be confident knowing that all of you are so special, that if you persevere, and we know you will reach your goals, though you are certain, like all of us, to be tested and challenged along the way. But remember that your dreams, and most important, your character, will determine the person you will become. Your character will be reflected most clearly in the courage you possess and in your compassion for others. Be true to yourselves and true in your relationships, always working to inspire people, to elevate people. Just know that you will always be connected to each other and to UMBC. This is your home. You will always be a part of us. Class of 2019, you may now turn your tassels. Let's give them a standing ovation. Let's give them a standing ovation. Standing ovation for the class of 2019. Standing ovation for the class of 2019. And please remain standing. And class, if you would stand with the audience, we will sing the Alma Mater. It's very important to know nobody moves during the singing of the Alma Mater out of respect for all of us. We are almost there. Give yourselves a hand for being an amazing audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. The Alma Mater. The words can be found on the inside back cover of the program. And we know you have lovely voices.
Will everyone kindly remain standing until the platform party, faculty, staff, and graduates have recessed? Families and friends are asked to meet the graduates outside of the event center. On behalf of the UMBC community, I wish you congratulations, everyone. Enjoy the day.